Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about Call of Duty Vanguard, and specifically progression within Call of Duty Vanguard. Longtime fans of my channel will know that what keeps me playing COD these days, because I've been playing the franchise for so long, is progression. I love progression in video games. I love the idea of grinding through challenges, unlocking exclusive things, and being rewarded for the playtime and the skill that I put into each individual game. It's something that keeps me playing. It's what I like about video games, and it looks like progression is actually going to be relatively decent within Call of Duty Vanguard. In the blog post, which I'll put a link to that down there in the description, Sledgehammer Games calls progression a love letter to elite players, which sounds like good news. In the blog post, I'm going to read this quote out to you guys. They say, Vanguard multiplayer and zombies, as well as Warzone following Season 1, is here to reward you for personal progress. The best of the best can expect to be decked out in gold, and then some, from their operator to their fully loaded 10 attachment weapon. So basically they're saying that there's going to be progression. You will be rewarded for playing the game, but what do they actually mean by that? What kind of rewards are we talking about here? Well, let's go ahead and continue on. They say that the game is going to have 55 levels, plus a seasonal prestige system, as well as a seasonal battle pass. So we've seen that for the past 2 years. We saw that in Modern Warfare 2019. We saw that in Black Ops Cold War. 55 levels plus a prestige system that is going to reset every season. Not personally a huge fan of that so far. Talking about rewarding players, but if you get up to your prestige master, level 200, and then every level after that just simply doesn't matter because you're going to throw us all back to level 55 at the end of the season, well, that doesn't sound like rewarding players really so much, but let's continue on here. They say we're going to have unique camos in multiplayer as well as zombies. So we saw that in Black Ops Cold War. Definitely good news there to see that returning. Moving on, operators can be leveled up to unlock new skins, including gold attire. So interesting there. This is kind of going back to what we saw back during Black Ops 3, where you could do challenges with your specific specialist and then unlock golden versions of those specialists. So I suppose that's pretty good news there. We have this picture right here to kind of show what Kingsley looks like as we evolve through the different stages. I'm not going to lie, the final stage there isn't really all gold, but it does remind me a little bit of the Prestige Master rewards that we saw back during Call of Duty World War II, and apparently there's going to be different ways to level up your operators, and it's going to be a whole new progression path, which I think is interesting. And on top of that, speaking of progression paths, there's going to be a clan system in the game, where basically we all join one clan together, like you and your friends join a clan together, and then you're awarded more experience and more weapon experience, maybe even operator experience for playing in parties with your clan. You're gonna have your own clan icon and your logo. Maybe there's gonna be a clan war system, so that's interesting. We had something similar on the Call of Duty companion app for Black Ops Cold War. My friends and I are all part of a group. I don't even remember the name of it, honestly, because they have to check your phone to even see it. But basically, we were always at the top because we played the game a lot, at least around launch, and then like every week or so, they would reward us with the exact same calling card over and over. And occasionally they would give us like, I don't know, half an hour of weapon XP or something like that. But in general, it was a pretty lame system. I'm hoping that this clan system is actually integrated into the actual game itself, and we don't have to like, open up a companion app on our phone and track progress there and things like that. I'm hoping it's all actually built into the game. But other than that, guys, unfortunately, that is pretty much all the information that they've given us so far for progression. And it's interesting to me because they call it a love letter to elite players, but what have they really told us so far? They've told us the same leveling system that we had in Modern Warfare 2019 and Cold War, the same multiplayer camo system that we saw in Modern Warfare 2019 and Cold War. Operators are going to be able to be leveled up and unlock new skins, which is sort of similar, but not really. The operator system, I think, sounds a lot better here in Vanguard. And the clan system, on paper anyway, also sounds pretty good, but they didn't mention anything in here about challenges, which is something that I'm personally... You guys know, I've talked about this a lot here in my channel. Longtime viewers will know, like, 100%er is a big deal, at least to me and to a lot of other players in COD. Like, there needs to be challenges in this game, right? Like, actual proper challenges, and 100%er for both multiplayer and zombies. Maybe even campaign if you want to go that far. But make it so there are multiplayer challenges and zombie challenges. Make an awesome reward for players for actually getting 100%er. I mean, we talk about it all the time, but back in Black Ops 4, I did 100%er. I did every challenge in that game's multiplayer. And what did I get? a calling card. You guys are watching the footage of it right here. It doesn't even tell you that you complete 100%er. I got my final Molotov kill, and then that was it. Like, nothing happened or anything. I had to back out, and then I had to, like, go through my calling cards to actually specifically look for the 100%er calling card, because it didn't actually tell me that I unlocked it, for crying out loud. I did every challenge in the game, and nothing happened. And I don't know about Modern Warfare 2019, but I know that in Black Ops Cold War, there was nothing. You got nothing for doing every single challenge in the game. At least in Black Ops 4, you got a pretty terrible calling card. In Black Ops Cold War, you didn't get anything. And I talked about it in a previous video, but I do feel as though in Black Ops Cold War, as an example, for doing 100% of the challenges within multiplayer, we should have got the numbers skin and the numbers camo for our weapons. This was all part of like a $25 bundle in the shop, but this is a really unique skin. It has ties to Blackout, which the number skin was originally part of Blackout back in the day, and so it would have been really cool to see that number skin return for doing every challenge in multiplayer, and also have that numbers camo for your weapons. That would be sick. And then for Zombies players who either did like all the Easter eggs, or maybe Zombies players who did 100% of the challenges within Zombies, they should have got that Dark Aether crystal looking thing that we saw there in the shop with all the gems or whatever spiking out of the player's character. Like, that looks really cool, and it looks really unique, and it would really stand out if you were playing multiplayer. Like, imagine you're playing Domination and you see some guy on the other team that's rocking that purple skin. It's like, wow, he did every challenge in Zombies. That's awesome. I want to go do every challenge in Zombies now, because that skin looks sick. You can't just buy it. You have to earn it by actually being good at the game and playing the game. And the same is true with numbers, right? They should have did the number skin, the same thing for multiplayer. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, they haven't mentioned it so far, but I'm hoping that Sledgehammer Games does take feedback like this to heart. And I do hope that they truly go through and reward players for engaging with the game. They've talked about so many times in their blog post how this is going to be the game that engages with players, and how it's going to be something that you're constantly being rewarded for doing different things in the game. Make that true. Don't just make it, text in a blog post. Make it true, Sledgehammer, please. That's what most COD fans really want. I mean, some COD fans don't care. Some people enjoy COD for the competitive scene. Like my friend Tate, he doesn't care about prestiging or leveling up or doing anything like that. He has fun playing private matches with his 74U in Cold War. That's like all he's done, right? Whereas players like myself, we really enjoy the grind, right? Going for Dark Matter, going for Dark Aether, doing 100% or doing the challenges, like, doing things that way. There's other people that like going for level 1,000 every single season. They don't care about challenges necessarily. They just want to grind and get their levels up as high as possible by grinding on Nuketown. And that's going to be possible in Vanguard with Shipment, right? So just allow players of different kinds of playstyles and with different interests to be able to engage with the game in their own personal way by making sure there's enough content there for virtually everybody. That's the biggest hurdle that I think Sledgehammer has this year, and so far it does look like there is going to be a lot of content within this game. Everything from the 16 6v6 maps at launch to having Champions Hill to having Zombies be right there, as well as campaign and the multiplayer having so much content in terms of like 38 weapons. Like, on paper, everything sounds pretty awesome right now about Vanguard. And that's coming from somebody who was like not excited about Vanguard at all. In fact, I didn't even play the beta. I was like so like disheartened by seeing what it was like. But they've changed a lot about the game since the beta. I'll have a link to a video covering all the balance changes down there in the description. And yeah, so I'm excited about the game. It comes out in like 9 days or something like that. It doesn't seem like it's that close because there's been no hype surrounding Call of Duty Vanguard. But now there is. There's lots of news. And I'm not going to cover the Warzone news here in the channel because I'm not really a Warzone guy, but the Pacific looks pretty cool as well. I mean, look at these screenshots. I mean, the map looks awesome, right? So definitely excited about Vanguard. The news that we got here from Sledgehammer Games is nothing short of incredible. I mean, kudos to them. Credit where credit is due. This stuff looks amazing, but I have to wonder, how is progression actually going to work? Because so far they talked a big game almost by saying a love letter to elite players, and then they basically just kind of copy and pasted a lot of the stuff that we've seen and known about from Modern Warfare 2019 and Black Ops Cold War. So fingers crossed, but we'll have to wait and see how things are going to play out. I would say right now, my mindset is cautiously optimistic, which is where I try to always be with the Call of Duty franchise. But right now, I'm leaning a lot more to the optimistic side of cautiously optimistic because the stuff we've heard about so far sounds pretty incredible. But ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, consider leaving a like. Leave your thoughts and feedback on all this news down there in the comment section below. What would you personally like to see them add to the progression systems within Call of Duty Vanguard? Leave your thoughts and feedback on that, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.